Hey there, brilliant people. So today I want to talk to you about integrity and mutual expansion. So what do I mean by that? So I talked in another video about the 3 types of exchange, that you can be out of exchange, or you can be in exchange, or you can have a mutually expansive exchange. Now, obviously having a mutually expansive exchange is the most fun. So that's kind of what if you want to be brilliant, and if you're watching this channel, I'm assuming you want to be brilliant. So when we're having those mutually expansive exchanges, it is when we are at our most brilliant, because we are expanding and we're supporting other people to expand. So we can also create a brilliant team around us. So how do we go about that? Well, in order for that to happen, whatever we're doing, it has to support our integrity and it has to support the integrity of the other person. So how can we be sure that that is what we're doing? So today I'm going to talk to you about 2 very important ways that you can ensure that you are going to have a mutually expansive exchange. So the first is, I've talked in another video about the link between integrity and core values. So if you are clear on your core values and the other person is clear on their core values, sometimes it can take a little bit of negotiation, a little bit of talking, but you can figure out a way that your core value, whatever it is, and their core value, that both of those core values can actually be expanded in whatever you're doing together. Because if both of your core values are growing, strengthening, expanding, then you will have a mutually expansive exchange. So that's the first way. The second way is actually you can learn to do it through your soul seat. Now it's a little bit more sort of an advanced. So if you haven't learned how to go into your soul seat and find your own resonance, find your own unique energetic signature, frequency, amplitude, you might want to learn to do that first. So you can do that. There's on the Fractology website, there's a meditation. There's soul seat meditations that you could do. You can get my book, the Soul's Brain, and read through that, because it explains it in more depth in there. But see, the thing is, once you're aware of your own soul seat resonance, you can learn to expand that perception to the soul seat resonance of other people. So you have your own soul seat resonance and they have their soul seat resonance. So the second way that you can ensure that you have a mutually expansive exchange is through the soul seat. And the way that we do that, it's actually just a musical principle or a physics principle. See, if you have 2 notes, 2 frequencies that are in tune with each other, a third note that is called the harmonic will just appear in the space. Now, the reason why I'm using quotes is because it's not magic. It's created out of the interaction of these other 2 frequencies. It's what is called an emergent property. It's called an emergent property because it emerges out of the property of the relationship of the 2 kind of like base notes. So it's a very real thing. It can be measured on an oscilloscope, which is a machine for measuring the frequency of things. So it's a very real thing. It exists, but when that harmonic is present, it is telling you that the frequencies, the other frequencies that are in the space, are lined up, and it is actually that alignment that allows both people's energies to expand without either negatively impacting each other. In physics, it's called a constructive interference rather than destructive interference. Just ignore the word interference. It's constructive, and that's what gives you that mutual expansion when you're working with things energetically. Effectively, it means that your alignment and their alignment is working together. It's kind of like in one of those fabulous old Hollywood movies where you've got 1,000 people dancing all together and they're moving all around each other, but no one's crashing into each other. It's kind of that kind of alignment that you're looking for with mutual expansion. It means everybody's doing their own thing, everybody's dancing their own way and dancing their own dance, and they're all just, so they're all doing it. But the fact that they're all doing it together, even though they're all doing their own dance together, it's just even that, it's that much more amazing. Okay, so there you are. Finding the harmonic, it's a fairly simple process. You focus on your soul seat resonance and the other person's soul seat resonance with the intention of finding the harmonic. And it takes a little bit of practice to do it. As I said, if you want to learn more, just read my book. But those are the two ways that you can really start to really focus on developing and practicing having mutually expansive exchanges. The first is by ensuring that whatever you're doing is going to support your core value as well as the core values of the other people. And the other way is to ensure that it expands your soul seat as well as the other person's soul seat, and you do that through finding the harmonic. So there you are. There are two ways to ensure that you have mutually expansive exchanges. So have those, and that will ensure that you are brilliant.